Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Living World of Darkness, New York Street Magic, the Mage Venue. In today's episode, it is Alaric, and he's currently within the greenhouse that was sort of given to him, given under his charge, sort of placed, thrown onto his lap. But he's making it the best thing that he can. And he's been starting with the centerpiece. And that is a gigantic tree that is slowly grafting on different fruit-bearing branches. He aims to make it the inspiration for the entirety of this huge greenhouse. Taking the inspiration of the 40 fruit tree, he's expanding it. Not only going with stone fruits, but citrus and cherry. It's going to be a riot of color and of life. And as he's doing this, he's just thinking to himself, thinking about everything that he's done up to this point, everything that he's become. And it's sort of just hitting him, really, as the sun has gone down for the night. He's working by light of several different sun lamps. And he's by himself. He can't help but wonder why. I mean, objectively, he knows why. Objectively, he understands that his grandmother, the woman that adopted him, was a mage. And her actions had led her to become a target for others, for darker mages, for something he now knows as Nefandi. But subjectively, he doesn't understand why he was given what he was given, why he awoke unto himself as he did.
If you want, go ahead and make me a perception alertness roll.
Okay. That is 2 successes if it's base difficulty.
Yeah, it is. You smell smoke.
Shit. And he sort of looks around, sort of gets up, dusts his jeans off. Shit. Looking around, does he see any smoke?
Through the transparent walls of the greenhouse, he can see quite a bit of it that appears to be rising up out of the ground.
All right. I'm going to roll for curiosity. And it looks like he passed.
Yeah, he can choose whether or not to investigate.
Huh. How close is it?
It's like surrounding the greenhouse.
Shit. Okay. He's gonna chuck the little hand spade into the ground at his feet, sticking it there, take off the gloves, and sort of walk out, grabbing a fire extinguisher from a nearby wall.
As he begins to walk out of the greenhouse, he'll feel the earth beneath his feet start to shake a bit as the sky around him clouds until the point it's pitch black. There's not even starlight, moonlight, or sunlight that reaches through. Just the underglow of the clouds being a very bright orange.
What the fuck? And he's just thinking to himself, Ken didn't use any of Maggie's mushrooms in breakfast today, did he? And he's just going to look around, try to brace himself. What the fuck is going on?
There is another very sudden quake. If you'd like to make a dexterity athletics to stay on your feet, as the ground begins to split open with large cracks sort of forming all around. As far as the eye can see, the vague buildings you see in the distance begin to sink into the nothingness.
All right. I think he keeps his feet with 3 successes.
Yeah, you're still standing.
Okay. Ken definitely used Maggie's mushrooms. We're going to have a long talk with proper labeling on the fridge. And he's just gonna sit there and just kind of try to gain his bearings back.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything happen, or does he just?
If he's just standing there doing nothing, he'll notice the platform he's standing on begins to lose whatever is holding it up and starts to fall.
Shit. He'll back away, almost instinctually.
The hole in the ground that was once the footing that you held is now replaced by nothing but lava.
What the fuck? Okay. Okay. No. Okay. No. Ken used Maggie's mushrooms. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And he's gonna try and take a step forward.
When he puts his foot forward and moves as if to put weight on it, there is nothing supporting it. He feels the heat of the lava and the sole of his shoe begins to melt.
Fuck. Okay. Okay. Either those were some really magic mushrooms, or what's going on?
He will feel his current platform begin to shake as well.
I'm moving backward.
And as he backs up back towards the entrance of the greenhouse, he hears a massive bolt of lightning hit the ceiling and watches as the tree in the center falls to the ground.
No!
And let's see. The tree is falling towards him.
You are not dying on me. And he's gonna try and like use forces to keep his ground, and he's gonna try and like catch it and push it back.
Okay. Go ahead and make your Arte roll.
He's putting a willpower into this because this is his baby. That is 3 successes.
All right. Let's see. A tree, I'm going to say soak 5 bashing.
Soak 5 bashing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He takes 3 bashing.
Yeah, it hurts like a motherfucker, but you've got yourself on solid ground as long as it decides to remain solid and you're holding the tree up.
I'm going to extend the cast to push it back up.
Okay.
That is a fail.
Nope, it's still staying on you. Give me a strength roll.
Okay. Strength athletics or just pure strength?
Just strength.
One success.
You don't think that you can hold this thing up for long, but it doesn't come crashing down at your feet.
Okay. Lava behind him and the tree falling on him. You wanted me to make that willpower roll?
Sure.
I think it is difficulty 8, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I managed to keep it.
Okay, you managed to hold on to your composure just a little bit.
Fuck!
You want to make me another perception alertness roll?
Yes. That is 5 successes.
You feel there's a bit of a pattern to the ground shaking right around your feet, specifically here. It's not as random as it was outside. When you glance down, you see it pass right over the spot where the earth is uncovered and the lava is underneath. Swimming in that lava, you catch the hint of something long with very large scales, each scale about the size of your hand.
Shit. He's gonna have to let go of the tree. He lets go of the tree and he's gonna jump to safer land, and he's gonna look around and he's gonna say, Anna, if this is you, I'm going to kill you.
As he drops the tree, he sees it begin to sink into the lava. A pair of fangs, each approximately as long as, let's say, your leg, reaches up as a giant maw opens and swallows the tree. It's decidedly snake-like.
I'm going to rush over to the wall, and I'm going to press the sprinkler system.
Okay.
And while I'm touching, I'm going to turn it on, and while I am touching the sprinkler system, I am going to grab a hold of the pipe and try to use forces to suck the heat out of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, make your arte roll. Okay, you managed to transfer some of the heat into the air around you, which grows significantly more humid and hot. As the water begins to hit the lava, it basically floods the building with steam.
That's okay. And then I'm going to shift into, I'm going to activate life sight.
Okay.
To see if there is anything living around me. First one is a fail. But he's going to crouch down and sort of extend it. Second one is a fail.
As you're trying to look for signs of life, you feel another sudden quake of all of the earth. Like this one much larger than the last ones.
Shit. I'm going to try and jump out of the way.
Oh, nothing's falling on you. You just feel the earth shake.
What is this? What's going on? He's trying to think. What do I do? What? He's gonna lower his center of gravity by crouching down and try to activate life sight again.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. So we'll just try again.
All right, this is your last chance.
Yeah, finally.
The any signs of life that would normally catch your eye here are mostly drowned out by the massive form that seems to be snaking as far as the eye can see right underneath you.
Shit, what is this? I need some help here. He kind of screams into the back of his head.
The response you're met with is another, shaking of the earth. And you see as, some lava splashes and begins searing any plant life or anything unfortunate enough to be close to the cracks.
All right, I guess. I don't know. I guess fuck this. Um, we're gonna try for energy shield, and we're gonna add a willpower and a quintessence,
Okay.
and it's gonna be for heat. Hold on. Let me bring up the rote really quick. Yep. He's going to defend against heat.
Mm-hmm.
And what would it be? It's is it vulgar or what's the difficulty, you think?
Consider everything you do coincidental right now.
Okay, so starting at 5, he's adding a quintessence. That brings it down to 4. It's a rote, so 3. And he's adding a willpower.
Okay.
3 successes.
All right.
So he's creating a thing against heat. He is going to take 3 steps forward and jump and dive into the lava. We're going to fight this thing.
All right then. Well, it's pretty hard to miss it. Its massive, scaly body is pretty much the majority of what you see when you're in the lava, or at least what's near you.
And he's just going to get ready, sort of starting to charge up his favorite route, kinetic charge. So that's 2 successes, and he's just going to wait for it. Like, come on, I'm what you're here for, aren't I?
There is no response. It continues to slither and swim in the lava. Occasionally you see its head like rear up and eat something else from the surface.
Okay, we're going to extend this cast. That is so far 3 successes. And if it's not paying me any mind, I'm just going to keep it until basically I have a solid amount of kinetic energy.
Okay. It is continuing to consume most everything in the nearby area. Anything large enough, really.
All right. Okay.
In the back of your head, you hear laughter.
He's just gonna swing. He will he will extend his fist, point his other fist backward, and release the kinetic energy at the so he can attack the serpent.
Okay. Are you firing at it or are you hitting it?
What I'm doing is I'm using the kinetic energy that I've stored up to shoot me through the lava with my fist extended so I can hit it.
All right. Roll me strength athletics.
Strength athletics. Do you want me to add the 5 successes or no?
No, I'll add those in a minute.
Okay. Strength athletics. Does wiry count?
I don't think so.
All right. Of course. Of course. I get no successes.
All right. Well, you miss it.
Yeah.
But on the bright side, you have launched yourself out of the lava and back onto land.
Damn it. What? So what? You're not going to help me? You're just going to laugh at me?
You hear the laughter again. And then, you really think that's here for you?
Obviously.
Obviously.
It's attacking my place.
It seems to have moved on.
Okay. Then what?
There's more silence. Feel the ground shake again as things begin to fall away.
I don't understand.
Roll me perception alertness.
Nothing.
It's all a lot of chaos and confusion around you. The thing rears its head once more, and it slithers along the surface. The massive weight of its entire body follows behind it, though it looks like there's no end in sight as it continues to come out of the earth.
What the fuck is that?
Something bigger than you.
Obviously. So what? You're just gonna sit there and laugh at me? What the hell am I supposed to do here? Run?
From beneath you, you see a massive claw come up out of the lava. The hand is approximately the size of a minivan on its own.
Lovely.
And the individual that you see in my GIF slowly rears himself up out of the earth.
Oh, great. Another one.
Hello to you too.
And I'm guessing this is the voice that he's heard in the back of his head.
Yeah. It leans down, its mouth dripping lava, looks down at him, one of its eyeballs approximately the size of his head.
So finally I get to meet you.
And the first thing you do is try to fight the biggest thing on the scene.
Maybe.
Sort of like, feel a sharp exhale of breath come from its nose in the form of steam.
What? Seems violence is all that I'm good for lately.
What makes you say that?
He sort of holds his hands out.
Sits down, and as its butt plops on the ground, you feel it shake once again. He props his head up on one hand.
Everything I'm surrounded by just either dies or gets destroyed or gets hurt.
The creature looks at you and then looks all around at everything beginning to burn and back at you. Yeah.
I mean,
So what are you going to do about it?
I don't know. What should I do about it? Seems like the thing, and he points to the thing that's still growing in size. Seems like that was the thing doing the damage. So I was going to stop it.
Sort of tilts his head and looks back at the giant snake. You think it was always like that?
What do you mean?
Big, destroying everything.
No. But it's big now.
He just sort of tilts his head and stares at you.
What do you want? Everything I've worked for the last few months is just like gone up in flames.
Well, you're welcome for the visual effects.
What do you mean?
He looks around again at everything going on.
This isn't real, is it? This is you dicking around with me.
The corners of its mouth turn upward as it grins, drools more lava onto the ground.
You are an asshole. So what is this? Some sort of existential crisis that I'm supposed to solve?
Is it?
As he just sort of glares back.
If you want me to sit here and keep you company while you feel sorry for yourself, we can do that too.
What the shit? What, I'm not allowed to feel a little bit upset?
You can feel however you want. What are you going to do?
I was doing something until you...
He grins again, sort of leans in really close. You afraid I'm going to judge you?
No.
You're lying to me.
What do you mean?
You didn't stop what you were doing until I laughed at you.
And
The beast just grins.
come on, when your own self laughs at you, I mean, there has to be something a little bit off about that.
Is there?
You know, I don't know. I don't know about anything.
See, one of its ears sort of like perks up a little bit as it leans down, sort of less mockingly. The little eyebrows above its eyes raise. What was that? I didn't hear you.
You're an asshole.
Hmm.
I don't know about anything.
Sort of nods. Out of everything you've done so far, this part seems to be met with approval.
The only thing that I am good at seems to be barely of use at all.
Why does that have to be the only thing you're good at?
It doesn't have to be.
You say it as if it's such a sure thing.
Everyone else seems to have everything figured out. And what am I? I'm sitting here. I'm either half into being a murderous, rage-filled monster, or I'm fucking around with plants. You tell me how that shit makes any sense.
Just sort of like shrugs its massive shoulders. Is that the life you've resigned to?
No.
Ear flick. You're acting that way.
What else can I do?
Isn't it your job to figure out?
I don't really know anymore.
Sort of sighs and lays down. You see in the distance the snake continues to consume. What's important?
This place was important. Is important. Annabeth was important, but she's dead now. Ken and Tommy are important. But I can't seem not to fuck up for more than 5 minutes when I'm around them.
Why do you fear fucking up?
Because I can't. I can't afford to fuck up.
Why not? He'll watch as the earth nearby also begins to fall away, leaving essentially himself in this thing on an island.
And he stares. Because there are people that depend on me. I can't fuck up.
He tilts his head. And you're just left on your own?
It's better that way.
Yeah, it does look better that way, he says as he gazes upon the infinite destruction. So much better.
So what? I just surround myself with people so I can let them down too.
Again, talking like this is inevitable and the truth.
So far
Are you
it has
really?
been. There's been nothing but truth. Every single time.
Who said it has to be over?
Me? No one else has?
Is that really what you want?
No, it isn't.
So again, I ask you, what are you going to do?
Fight.
Fight what?
I don't know. Fight against.
Against her? He asks as like that dark figure that you saw during your awakening begins to rise from the lava in the form of like barely barely solid smoke.
She does need to go. But what she represents is even worse.
What does she represent?
Destruction. She represents everything that was taken from me. Everything that left me alone again.
And as long as you do nothing, what message does that send her?
She's winning.
You hear once again the low growling laughter. Though this time much less mocking than before.
And he's going to set his jaw. And he's going to let the heat around him take the tears from his eyes. Okay then.
I gifted you with a taste, and I can give you more. But if I catch you sitting around feeling sorry for yourself again, see his teeth are bared in a snarl, then I will end your journey myself.
Deal.
And the great beast will rear its head up and let out an earth-shattering howl as things begin to fall into blackness. He will lean down, grab Alaric in his jaws, and Alaric will wake up having passed out underneath the tree. And the last thing he's left in his head is a low growl, a bit of laughter. Make them suffer.
Then Lark will get up. That has been enough work for tonight. Enough avoidance of what he needs to do.
I believe this is a good time to end our scene. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, whoever the hell is stalking my channel, for watching. This has been another scene for Living World of Darkness Street Magic.